Hi, I'm Pat Graham. Welcome to Parent Helpline. I have the pleasure today to be at the Hope School in Springfield, Illinois with the President and CEO, Dr. Joseph Nyre, and I'm very pleased to be here and to learn more about the Hope School.
Welcome. Thanks for coming out.
What's the Hope School for someone who doesn't know anything about it?
The Hope School is a residential learning environment that provides 365-day-a-year care for children with significant disabilities. And we provide a wide range of services. We have a day school where your children can come to school during the day and return to your home at night. We have a residential facility where they can stay on campus or in our 11 community homes. Or your child may just come to campus occasionally for some very targeted, specialized services.
So it sounds like the Hope School has grown and progressed throughout the years. When it was first founded, what exactly was its purpose and why was it founded?
Well, it was founded in 1957, which is before Public Law 94-142 that came out in 1974 and 1975, and there was not a mandated special education emphasis in the public school system. And the Jordans were seeking to set up an environment for their daughter, and they launched the Hope School in a modest 6-room schoolhouse, and then it quickly grew to this 25-acre campus to provide services to over 100 children.
You have cottages here, you have administrative, you have a swimming pool, you have a school,
Right.
Which has grown little by little over the years.
Correct.
Why would somebody choose this environment for their child?
Well, we provide a continuum of services for families so that they can choose the right environment for them, and we try to wrap our services around the family's needs. But some children, as they grow, need very targeted, focused interventions that aren't still available in the public schools, and we provide those services. There are other children, due to their developmental disability, that are significantly aggressive sometimes in their home or self-injurious and may hurt themselves and require very targeted forms of education and intervention. And the Hope School provides a state-of-the-art environment to provide high-quality, intensive, evidence-based practices so that the child can eventually return home and live back in their community with their families.
What ages can come here?
We serve children ages 3 to 21, and some families don't realize that if they have a child with a disability or an exceptionality, that they can receive educational services until the child's 21, which is a little bit different than other students who graduate at 18 or 19. So children can receive our services in this environment, and it can be any quantity of services, whether they just come to the day program or not, until they're 21 years of age.
Exceptionality was a word that I hadn't seen used before.
Right.
When you refer to that, who would come under that heading?
Yeah, the term exceptionality is a federal education language piece that came out with the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and they identify 14 exceptionalities. And the 14 exceptionalities include things like autism, include, for example, learning disability or mental retardation. And it's a move away from using the terms like disability or disorder that seem to be limiting the view of these children in the community. So they have an exceptionality, and we create an environment for them to flourish.
Now, in 1957, when the Hope School was started, we didn't have any of the wonderful facilities within 186 or the other county schools that are available today. And yet, you know, the inclusive program is where some people flourish.
Sure.
But others will flourish here. Right. And as I see, your mission is to do a personal plan with the parents and the professionals, a team approach.
We have a full team approach. We employ occupational therapists, physical therapists, speech pathologists, psychologists, a psychiatrist, a pediatrician, teachers, a wide range of services, and we bring this team together with the family to plan what the best family-centered type of intervention would be. And our ultimate goal, too, is certainly to have the children reside in their communities with their families and attend their community schools. So this can be a long-term focused intervention or a very targeted short-term intervention where the child needs some intensive services that would allow them to return to the home and to their neighborhood school. Our ultimate goal is to help children reach their fullest capacity or their fullest potential.
When you talk about some of the teams, the occupational therapy, the physical therapy, the emotional support, those aren't really available in schools, so that you would end up having to go to many locations to get those services.
And it seems to vary. Some school districts have more of those services, some school districts have less. Certainly, budgets being what they are, it's very difficult to provide very intensive services. And then we also have a model physical environment here, and that's tailored to the needs of these children that certainly a lot of school districts do not have. We work with school districts to help children come here and help them return. And we also do a lot of training and consultation in school districts to prevent children from needing this intense service delivery model. So our ultimate goal, once again, is to keep children with their families, and we'll come out and consult in communities, consult with families, or consult with your child's school district to better provide services or to augment their services. And we also can provide services here, so we'll go meet the family wherever they are.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about campus.
Sure.
Residential, there are cottages, how many, and how do they children get assigned to a cottage, and is there a theme? Or
Certainly. We have 25 acres out here by the lake, actually on the lake, a portion of the campuses. We have the capacity to have approximately 100 children on campus. We don't currently do that. We have about 45 to 50 residing on campus at any point in time. We have 6 cottages in which our children reside, and we group them based on their developmental level and age so that they have a peer group, so they live with a peer group. And these cottages allow children to come to and from school, into our pool, into our gymnasium. Sometimes they're having to go outside, which is a benefit given the Central Illinois winters we sometimes have. And then they also attend school in this brand new learning center, which is on campus. All of our administrative facilities are on this campus, as are our related services, which were those OT, PT, speech, all those other services are centrally located here. For children that are higher functioning or in the process of returning to their home, we have 11 community homes where children can reside with, once again, a peer group of no more than 4 to 5 children. They receive those intensive services there as well, and that's a nice transition step to moving children back to their families, because it approximates a home that they would live in pretty much any community in Illinois or across the United States.
you're teaching a lot of skills.
We are.
Can we talk a little bit about some of them that are going on in the Learning Center?
Certainly. Each child has an individual education plan that lays out what types of services and approaches we're going to use. And because they're individual, each one is very different. But we provide certainly physical therapy, sensory integration, speech pathology services. We provide applied behavior analysis when it's appropriate, and that's a very specific type of instruction for children with autism and other forms of autism spectrum disorder or other disabilities, other exceptionalities. We have the capacity, and we certainly provide children vocational training, so we're teaching them how to gain meaningful employment once they turn 21 and move into the community or a more adult setting. And the interventions are a wide range, but they're all evidence-based, meaning they're based on what the science tells us is the best form